Manchester United taking on Southampton now. It's become a massive game for Manchester United. Really is win or bust for Manchester United if we are to stay in second position, to be honest, and be the closest challengers to Manchester City this season. If we do not win this game of football, the title is 100% over, and then it will just be a race for the top 4 spots, and we're still in a good position in order to claim a top 4 place this season. So the season will probably peter out and it will be that of a bit of disappointment. But Southampton going to this game on the back of a loss against inform Aston Villa. Manchester United go into this on the back of a 0-0 draw against Arsenal and obviously defeat against Sheffield United. So we're not in the best of form, Manchester United, from the last couple of games, but it is only 2 games. We can't let it become 4, 5, 6 or 7 games where we'll horseshit and be like we were at the start of the season, or we will fall at the wayside this time around, I believe, because Man City are in good form, Liverpool are starting to hit better form now. We may still be good enough, even with a bit of dog shit form, to finish 3rd, because other teams are slipping up all around, but we want to be in the mix in between at least the top 2 this season to see progress for me. And that is still a possibility. Liverpool and Man City play each other next weekend, so this gives Manchester United, these are 2 massive games for Manchester United, because if we were to win both these games, this one against Southampton and one against Everton, then we would claw some points back and be either further ahead of Liverpool, or we would be closer to Manchester City, depending on their result coming up in that fixture. Now, I don't know what to expect from this game. Southampton seem to have slipped off a little bit lately. They're petering around the 8th, 9th position, I believe, in the Premier League. And we had a really difficult game against them last time out when we went to Southampton, and it was a horrendous first half. We managed to turn it around by bringing on Edison Cavani, making his Manchester United sort of statement in that Manchester United game and grabbing himself a brace. So that was where he finally announced himself to Manchester United fans. Now, I would expect there probably will be some changes to the lineup for this game, but I'm not too sure how many changes and how things are going to plan out for Solskjaer. He has been mixing it up a bit lately, and when Manchester United were in their best run of form at the back end of last season, he wasn't really mixing the team up too much, and I think he's got to try and get a consistent team together in order to get some consistency amongst the Manchester United team. At this moment in time, it's been chopped and changed quite a bit, and certainly the centre halves, we need to get a pair in there he seems settled on. I would like to see, obviously, David Hill being goal. I would like to see Eric Bailly and Maguire as the centre backs. I think a lot of people feel that's Manchester United's best back 2 pairing. Then it was going to be Luke Shaw and Wan-Bissaka. I know he's going to go with that. Midfield is going to be interesting. McTominay will probably be out of this game. He got taken off in that game against Arsenal. I don't know, stomach cramps or something like that, or some people saying it's the shits. So he probably won't play. Fred, I would expect to play. He plays more often than not. I don't think Matic was too clever last time he played for Manchester United. I would expect it to be, I think he'd go for Bruno Fernandes, Pogba, and I think he's going to go for 3 forwards up front. I'm not too sure which forwards 3 he's going to go for, because I don't think he's going to go for Matic, as I said, in there, or Donny van der Beek, or anyone else in that midfield position in there. And I mean, keeping Rashford out on the right is no good. He's putting Pogba out wide isn't good either, in my opinion. So I think we'd be better off going with Cavani in the number 9 position, Rashford out on the left and Greenwood out on the right. That's what I would personally go for in the front 3. He will probably go for Cavani in the number 9, Rashford out on the left and Martial out on the right. That's what I'm thinking he's going to probably do, but we'll have to wait and see. But Martial's been in absolutely horrendous form, in my opinion, lately. Not good enough. Certainly not recently anyway, and it would be nice to see him and Greenwood hit some form, because Diallo has come in to Manchester United. Okay, it's only the under 23s, but looked quite decent in that game. Looked ready for maybe making an appearance on the bench at some point over the next 3 or 4 games time. Probably going to get another game or 2 in the under 23s, and if he continues to impress, get some goals in that, then I would expect him to probably be on the bench maybe come the Europa League games. and that's going to give Manchester United more competition for places. Other players in the under-23s like Joe Hugel are banging goals in for fun, and if these players keep Diallo and Hugel continue to impress in the under-23s, it surely, with the form of Greenwood and Martial not being good at this moment in time, Bruno Fernandes being off form as well, and with Rashford being hit and miss at this moment in time, and even Cavani was hit and miss against Arsenal, it does give them too an opportunity in the Europa League, because Manchester United probably aren't going to go out and win the Europa League. There's a lot of difficult teams in it. We want to be up there challenging with the Premier League. We want to go and try and win the FA Cup as well. So probably the Europa League is probably the least on Manchester United's priority. So we could give them a chance in that competition. But I would expect him to go pretty strong for this. I wouldn't expect Diallo to be on the bench for this particular game. I think a couple more under 23 games for him. But for this game, got to get the 3 points in this game. Nothing more than 3 points will do for Manchester United, or it's just going to peter out, as I've said, to just finishing in the top 4 again. And the challenge for the Premier League, I want it to go on to at least 25 games in. If we can be in the mixer about 25-30 games into the season, then I'll be happy with that. If we fall short, then we fall short. We weren't expected to win the league this season anyway, and if we've challenged, then that would be great. And then Manchester United can go again next summer, strengthen the team again next summer and push even more to try and win it. But Southampton, as I say, going to be a tricky outfit. Last time around, they were 2-0 up at half time, and Manchester United looked in disarray and looked like we were going to lose the game. But we did turn that game around, and the likes of Ward-Prowse, who is a very good player, is someone that Manchester United have got to keep an eye on. They've got Redmond in there, who I've thought is a good, decent player as well. Not too sure if Walcott's fit to play. There's rumours he's not, but he's not been the same Walcott he was years ago at Arsenal. But their main man up front, Danny Ings, he is the real threat for me, because he is just a proven goal scorer, and he has actually been linked with Manchester United, but just a proven goal scorer and can score at any given moment. So we've really got to keep an eye on him there. But the free kicks are going to be a problem for Manchester United as well. We let one in the previous game, so we've got to watch out for that from the main man. But to be honest, as I say, they've not been in the blistering form either, Southampton, so I'm not too sure where this game's going to go for me. It is a tricky one. I'm going to go for 1-1 in this game. I think Manchester United's form probably isn't good enough at this moment in time to get the job done. We're not scoring enough goals. Probably not. Well, we did create some chances against Arsenal. We're not putting them away, and we need to create more chances, I think. But the only good thing is that we're missing them chances is because we're getting them chances. If we weren't missing them chances, I would then be even more worried, because if we're not getting any chances at all, that is when you really got to worry. It is disappointing when you do miss good chances like we did with Rashford and Cavani in that game, for that previous game against Arsenal. But if you're not getting them chances at all, that is even more disappointing, because if you're not creating them, you're never going to score, and eventually then sort of chances, some of them will go in. So you've got to hope that they do in this particular game. But they usually, I mean, it depends obviously whether Walcott plays. They usually like to go for 4-4-2, so we will have to see. But hopefully Manchester United, with the pace of whoever plays out wide, Martial, Rashford and Greenwood, can really catch them out. Maybe on the counter-attack if we play that way. It depends how Manchester United set up. Will he go with a two-striker system as well in this game? We'll have to wait and see. But anyway, let me know your thoughts on the game in this particular game. How do you see it planning out for Manchester United? Got to be 3 points. We've really got to go on the front foot really in this one for Manchester United. Like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and also share the video if you're watching it on Facebook, and I'll talk to you all again soon. See ya.